horrific. I can never feel the pain of the families or the loved ones who lose their dear ones. It's scary, but it's been happening for years now, and humans are sort of weird beings.
Most of the people, what do? Get breast implants, get bigger lips, get their jawline sharpened, get a straighter nose. I don't have problem with people doing it. I just feel like that kind of mentality, it's so easy to get sucked in and then start not liking things about yourself.
Immense respect for investigating officers, forensic scientists, and the entire criminal justice system.
Hi, I'm Radhika Apte.
Hi, I'm Vikrant Massey, and you're watching us on
ETimes.
Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here, and with me today I have Vikrant Massey and Radhika Apte, welcoming both of you on ETimes.
Hi, Samina. Hi.
So to begin with forensic, this trailer itself is, so thrilling. It's dark also. It's, sometimes also you feel like, whether I should watch it or no, because it's also scary. How was it for both of you working on such a topic which is very difficult to understand also, sometimes?
Yeah, while working, of course, it's not as dark or it's not as morbid as it seems when it all comes together. In fact, it's on the contrary, it's completely the opposite. You try keeping the set lighter because your actors and technicians by the end of it, post-action, will be feeling completely different. They'll be emotionally vulnerable. So generally on films as such, as forensic, the atmosphere while filming is lighter. But it's only when it all comes together that you actually feel, oh my God, like you said, I probably might not want to watch it, or you're intrigued to watch it. But yeah, it was wonderful. I really thoroughly had a ball working with Radhika, with Vishal again, playing a forensic officer for the first time in my life, understanding the intricacies involved with the nature of their job, and so on.
What do you have to say, Radhika?
I think I'll second that. I mean, you try and keep it light, the atmosphere on set really, even the harder the subject, you try and sort of do the opposite.
And at the same time also, there are cases which in reality takes place like this, missing kid, some incident happens and all. And of course, I'm not trying to say that, we are trying to develop such stories and make into, such OTT series. But in reality also something like this happens,
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? And even now in India, we get to hear every single day, there are so many stories of, girls going missing, or, some other tragedy, which keeps on happening. We don't even like to talk about, or, we feel like, oh my God, what exactly is happening, around. What do you have to say about that?
It's horrific. Of course, your heart sinks some days. It's really heartbreaking at times. We all know there are, these things are happening, round the clock, round the year. But you really can do as much as you can do within your capacity. It's horrific. That's all that I can say. I can never feel the pain of the families or the loved ones who lose their dear ones. I can only sort of be, or at least try to be compassionate and sort of empathize or sympathize with them, depending on what it is. It's scary. It's scary, but it's been happening for years now. And also, what else can I say? I think humans are sort of weird beings. We tend to contradict ourselves from time to time. We end up doing things which ideally we are not supposed to, but we end up doing it. So that's about it. But can't do much.
What about you, Radhika?
I don't think I can say anything different. Or nobody will say anything different to this question.
And also, it's also like, even after such incidents happen, and, even being an influential personality, you guys are like that. And many out there, even now after the outrage, things don't stop. It might come to a certain end, to a certain topic, to, maybe, okay, 3 years, kuch action liya. And again, we are back to the same thing. This is what, the societal structure has been, is becoming, somewhere.
Not becoming, it's always been like this.
It's always been like this. And now, even after having social media, even after, feeling that, chalo,
at least thanks to social media, at least people are far more aware today.
Yes.
And humans are so unpredictable, you really don't know. And there's no set pattern or there's no set structure as to कि यही crime करते हैं. Crime कोई भी कर सकता है. And as I said, human beings are such unpredictable beings that you really don't know, but everyone has a reason, apparently. everyone has a reason to do certain things, but I think snatching away life unnaturally, or probably at least for women, like whatever little understanding I have also in the last few years tried to understand, the disparity between the unfortunate fact that women are unfortunately treated very differently from men, because we are all byproducts of a patriarchal society. It's only now in the last 20 years or so that we've tried to understand, or people are actually consciously putting in efforts to understand that disparity and try to do something about it. I can never feel the pain of a woman who's stalked or who's objectified, just because she's a woman. But I can never feel that pain, but I can try and understand it. And it's ridiculous, and I think all of us should start within and from our surroundings, and probably it's something that will take time. But I'm glad that at least now it's happening. People are far more aware, and there are conscious efforts being put in towards the right direction.
Radhika, being an actress also, it's a lot on your shoulders, to be an actress, to be there in the glamour industry, and also, there are a lot of fans who adore your work. Have you been in such a situation where, you have been stalked, or, in that hounding situation ever?
Yeah, sometimes. I received, on social media, you receive horrendous messages. I don't have, nobody can directly message me anymore. But there was a time when I joined social media and the comments were horrendous, like horrible. Especially when my nude clips from a film released, my God, like astonishing. And I have received phone calls in my life which were disgusting. So I never answer an unknown number anymore. And eve teased, we all have been eve teased all the time, obviously. Beyond that, no, I'm lucky so far, nothing.
What about you, Vikrant? What do you say? Have you been, in such a, maybe getting such messages or such, threat somewhere, being an influential person?
No, threats as such to nahi, unfortunately nahi. But for the last few years, I've through my work or at an opportune or appropriate platform, I've always spoken about toxic masculinity.
Yes.
And I have faced the wrath of toxic masculinity from men who probably didn't see me or probably didn't expect me to be different from them. But that's how it is, and unfortunately that's how it is. But I through my experiences, through my understanding of life, as I evolve with time, I'm trying to share it with my people, share it with my audiences through my work and through you guys.
Talking about forensic, what was one key point which you take away, from the movie itself, from the OTT series itself?
One thing I have newfound and immense respect for, investigating officers, forensic scientists, and the entire criminal justice system. It is such a complex, web of network that all these departments eventually are working for the criminal justice system. And one is interdependent on the other, but the amount of hard work that they put in, the amount of sleepless nights that they put in, and it's a thankless job.
True.
Unfortunately, it's a thankless job.
Because even after sometimes, no matter how much you investigate on a certain case, if they have to shut it, they have to shut it. It's like that also.
And besides
Many
the
times
fact,
that
like if
happens
I'm
also.
walking down the street, or if I see a traffic officer, like I probably don't give him as much respect as he or she deserves. It's a thankless job. This world, unfortunately has not given investigating officers or people who are actually probably sacrificing a lot of things just to make sure that the world around is a safer place. They're not given enough credit and due respect for what they do.
What about you, Radhika? What do you have to say?
I just think that newfound knowledge about forensic science, that was very exciting. Found out such amazing things that they can do and they do, and really fast. In another life, I would love to be a forensic science expert.
I think a recent statement also for your colleagues, undergoing, treatments and all, surgeries and all.
One
has been-
article I did up, by the way.
Yes.
I'm getting these
And
questions.
of course, yeah, I think 3-4 people have asked you.
No,
even before
everybody's
we-
asked me this.
Yeah.
I did one interview in which this was one small question.
Yeah.
They made this a headline.
But
Now
of course,
everybody's asking.
you know why?
Yeah.
Why somewhere? Because, now...
No, I'm
even
not
we-
criticizing it. I'm just telling him that how,
But it's true.
how funny it
We've been
is.
speaking about it also.
Of course,
It's
of course,
true.
always.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
recently that everybody's, it's just, it is amazing how...
What I want to know that, what you said is of course right. I think they are going through, but also somewhere do you feel that there is so much of pressure to look in a certain way when on camera?
Can I tell you something? There's pressure for 4th standard children also to fare well. There's always pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't keep giving excuses. There's so much pressure. There's so much pressure. It depends on what you are
And
ready
maybe
to
they
do.
themselves are not feeling that secure enough, maybe
Yeah,
they
I
want to
understand,
undergo.
but
Yeah.
ठीक है ना, मतलब so what? You have to sometimes find the strength. So you can't. I mean, I understand there's pressure, but there's pressure for everybody. There's pressure in corporate industry. There's pressure in medical field. There's pressure in for 10th standard students. There's pressure. There's pressure, yeah. For swimming, child who is
You never got
swimming.
tempted, to try this out, like any
No
surgeries?
chance. No, I've never taken any injection. I've never taken anything. I've not changed. The only thing I've changed is my hair color.
Yeah.
And I've never done anything, and I will not do anything. I will grow old very happy.
That's actually very good. And what do you have to say about this? Because, do you somewhere feel maybe sometimes people just giving to it like, one girl, an actress?
By the way, just want to say, a lot of men also do a lot of
Exactly,
surgeries.
yes.
Huh? It's a myth that only women do it.
True. But also like even an actress recently, she was trying to get that surgery done and she passed away because she got a heart failure. She was just trying to get a plastic surgery done. And she just wanted to be there in that societal expectations. Okay, I have to look in a certain way, to look naturally beautiful and all. What do you have to say about that?
I have a different take on this. I think to each their own. There is definitely a freedom of choice involved, and I think if I want to look a certain way, if I'm not happy with the way I look, and if I want to better it, and if I have that at my disposal, and I will do. If I feel like doing it, I'll do it. And I think to each their own. But did she actually die because of the surgery?
Yes, because she was like put on some medications and all, and uske wajah se it affected her heart.
So that I'm not aware of that, and I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
make a statement on that because it could have certain repercussions. Because I actually have no knowledge about, the science behind, these treatments. But it depends. It totally depends.
Yeah, but you know what I feel about this, and I haven't actually thought about it now. I'm just thinking out loud like when you're saying. You're right, yeah, because I struggle with what you said. In the sense, I actually struggle in the sense I'm with you. Because if somebody wants to do something, who am I to even comment on it, right? My problem is,
Like it's as simple as this, like you just said you colored your hair. Like it's a very small thing. मतलब मेरे घर पे भी होता है
Of course, but I'm saying that doesn't come from the fact. That doesn't come because, I like a purple color, let me get a purple color dress. It's because you don't like something about yourself. The problem is, it's an addiction.
That's a different thing altogether.
No, surgeries is an addiction. Like, tomorrow, if I have cocaine available, I keep taking it. I'm just saying, that's also choice. In a country where you are able to take weed or whatever, like whatever you want to do. But surgeries is a known addiction. Where once people start doing it,
then they are just
they
so
just don't
insecure.
stop.
Yeah, they just don't like then like looking themselves in a certain way.
Because you do it. No, you're absolutely right. By the way, I do agree with you. Which is actually why I'm only just thinking out loud, because the truth is, it comes from an insecurity that this is not good enough. Basically, I don't want to grow older.
Lack of self-esteem could be one of the reasons. Lack of self-confidence could also be one of the reasons that triggers that. But I think all of us go through that. When I was in school, I had so much of acne on my face. I used to feel horrible, and for those 2-3 years, I felt horrible. Though at that time, I was feeling horrible, but I don't feel the same way anymore. So I think lack of self-esteem, lack of self-confidence is something everyone goes through. But yeah, not that I disagree with you.
I agree. And my problem is that I think, unfortunately, it's like smoking, I feel, because the more you do, the more insecure you keep feeling. So it's like you think it's a solution for self-esteem, but the more you do it,
the more you're damaging yourself.
More damaging it is for your self-esteem, because You know what I'm trying to say? It's sort of
because you're just addicted that karte hi rehna hai,
if
karte
at
hi
all-
rehna. You're not trying to put a stop to it.
If at all, the point that your question is trying to make is that if at all you're trying to say that beauty of a certain standard is a prerequisite to be an actor or an actress, then I absolutely agree to the fact that it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like why?
A particular
we want to
skin
see-
color
yeah.
or a skin tone or a particular template of beauty is a prerequisite, then I don't agree with it. But are people free to choose what they want to do? They are absolutely free. It's not illegal. It's available. And it's your choice. You want to do it, you do it. You don't want to do it, don't do it.
But somewhere, see what happens also, when you're an actor or an actress and we get to know XYZ has done something.
Yeah.
ठीक है, as a journalist, I will not get influenced by it, किया है, because we know.
Like I know a friend who's an actor. She's a superstar.
Yeah.
She got her nose surgery done thrice. But the common perception is that she actually got her surgery done to look good, but she actually met with a car accident.
Okay.
And her entire face was smashed.
that's very different though.
That's very different.
That's
But
very
the perception.
Yeah.
I'm
No, of
talking about
course,
the
of course, of
perception.
course.
The common
what happens,
perception.
what I'm trying to say that, then even the people, the normal people get influenced. Oh my God, my XYZ actress
No, but
has done
understand
this.
that what you're saying is like very small percentage.
Yeah.
Most of the people, what do? Get breast implants, get bigger lips, get their jawline sharpened, get a straighter nose. These are all conventions. This is, and so the people who don't have it need it. Secondly, BOTOX. Because you don't want to grow older, you don't want wrinkles,
Yeah.
but it'll keep coming.
Yeah.
So you'll keep doing
Because nothing helps actually.
So
Even if
it's
you
like
do any
a-
kind of
like, it's
treatment,
like-
you're going to grow old.
I don't have problem with people doing it. I just feel like that kind of mentality, it's so easy to get sucked in and then start not liking things about yourself. It's so easy.
I see it as two. Sorry to cut you.
No,
but
no,
I see it as two different topics that I see them as two different topics. Yeah.
Before I let both of you go, what are your upcoming projects apart from forensic you're working on?
I have Forensic coming out. I have Mumbaikar with Santosh Sivan coming out. Really excited for that. I have Blackout with Geo Studios coming out. That's one film that I'm really, really, really excited about. And then I have Gaslight with Pawan Kriplani. Pawan, Phobia.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
so
yeah.
with Pawan and Sara, and I'm collaborating
You
with.
didn't shoot that yet?
I finished it.
Oh, you finished it? Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
it's ready for release.
Nice.
And then I have that with with Sara and Tips coming out. So yeah.
What about you?
I have this. I have a film called Mrs. Undercover. I don't know when that's coming out. I have Monica, Oh My Darling, which will release this year, and I have Vikram Veda, which will release this year.
Wow. And also, Vikrant, your life has changed after marriage. So tell us
Yeah.
something about it. How the journey has been so far.
It's been great. We couldn't be happier. लव मैरिजेस का थोड़ा अलग होता है. जब हो जाती है शादी तो थोड़ा विश्वास नहीं होता है. तो एटलीस्ट अभी तक तो both of us are really happy, grateful for the life that we are living. Yeah, looking forward to life together. Let's see.
And Radhika, how do you manage your, I'm not trying to get personal, but I really want to know how do you manage this long distance marriage? It's really very creative in its own way, I must say, modern love.
No, I mean, I feel that if two people want to be together, they'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we figured it out.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you
lovely
so
time
much.
and all
Thank
the very
you.
best for your project.